Have you ever wondered who ruled the world before kings and emperors? For the people of ancient Mesopotamia, the answer was simple: the gods. And these weren't just distant, symbolic figures. They were the ultimate rulers, the CEOs of civilization, and their influence was felt in every corner of daily life. To the Mesopotamians, the world was a divine kingdom. Every flood that nourished the fields, every drought that brought famine, every victory in battle, and every moment of peace was a direct order from above. They didn't see these events as random acts of nature, but as the calculated decisions of powerful deities. Life wasn't a series of accidents. It was a script written and directed by the gods. At the top of this celestial government was a divine council. Imagine a boardroom of the most powerful beings imaginable. First, there was Anu, the god of the heavens, the chairman of the board, holding supreme authority over everything. Then there was Enlil, the god of wind and storms. He was the enforcer, the one who wielded immense political power and could unleash devastating tempests. And finally, Enki, the god of wisdom, magic, and creation. He was the brilliant strategist, the keeper of secrets, who shaped humanity and the world with his profound knowledge. Together, these three formed a triumvirate that governed the cosmos with absolute power. But these gods weren't just distant rulers observing from the clouds. The Mesopotamians believed they physically descended to Earth. The magnificent temples and towering ziggurats that dotted the landscape weren't just places of worship. They were considered gateways, divine embassies where heaven and earth could meet. They were the literal homes of the gods on Earth. The priests who served in these temples weren't leaders themselves, but humble messengers tasked with communicating humanity's pleas and interpreting the gods' complex will. They were the intermediaries between mortals and the divine. So why were humans even created in the first place? According to ancient texts like the Epic of Atrahasis, the answer is surprisingly straightforward. Humans were created to be the workforce for the gods. The lesser gods had grown tired of the hard labor of maintaining the universe, digging canals, tilling the earth, and building cities. So Enki devised a plan to create a new being, humanity, to take over these chores. Our purpose was to serve, to provide food through agriculture, build grand cities in their honor, and offer sacrifices to keep them satisfied. In this worldview, civilization itself wasn't a human achievement. It was a divine project, and we were simply the labor. Among the many powerful deities, one stood out for her complexity: Inanna, later known as Ishtar. She was the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility, but also the goddess of war, destruction, and political ambition. This wasn't a contradiction to the Mesopotamians. It was a reflection of life's fundamental balance. Inanna embodied both creation and chaos, the passion that could build empires and the fury that could tear them down. Her worship was intense, widespread, and deeply respected. She was both loved and feared, a testament to the unpredictable nature of existence itself. Living under divine rule wasn't always peaceful. The gods were known for their wrath. If humanity was disobedient, lazy, or simply too noisy, the punishment could be catastrophic. The Great Flood, a story that appears in Mesopotamian literature long before the Bible, was seen as a deliberate act by the gods to wipe the slate clean. Plagues, famines, and foreign invasions were all interpreted as divine retribution. To displease the gods was to invite disaster upon your entire civilization. So what happened to these all-powerful rulers? As empires like Babylon and Assyria rose and fell, and as new cultures and beliefs spread across the land, the old gods began to fade from memory. Their temples crumbled, and their stories became myths, but their legacy is undeniable. The idea of divine law, of a power higher than any human king, and the very structure of religious worship, all have roots in ancient Mesopotamia. Before humans ruled the world, they believed the gods already did. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the ancient past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories from history.